Alright guys, we're back again. Got a homeowner that called a handyman, gave him a great price to change this frost free out, but he unscrewed it and tried to turn it. He thought it was going to be a 1-2-3. It's not. You know why? Because Mr. Genius Pat years ago decided to rough in that spigot behind the tile in the bathroom. So we're going to try to create some miracles, and I told the homeowner hopefully I could cut up the sheetrock here and access that pipe. I'm crossing my fingers because it's a far shot. It's about 3 feet in, and it's very hard to get to it. So I told her the only access panel that's going to fit here is an 8x8. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to cut an 8x8 square, and I'm going to put an access panel when I'm done, if we'll be able to finish the job. So meanwhile, I'm measuring, I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? It's only an 8x8 square. I'm only going to fit one arm in there, and how the hell am I going to solder? How am I going to cut the pipes? How am I going to do nothing? I'm not sure if I can even reach it. So I tell my guy, go get me a level, and he brings me a 3-foot level. I'm like, dude, are you serious? I'm cutting an 8x8, and you bring me a 3-foot? I guess he's been working with Pat too many years. But whatever. We're here. We measured it. I got the multi-tool and the vacuum because we got to collect that dust, keep the dust down in the house, and we don't want to breathe it in either. So meanwhile, I'm still cutting this square in the sheetrock. I'm thinking, how the hell am I going to get to this? It's too far in there, and hopefully I could at least cut the copper and solder a couple fittings in there with no problem. I know you guys are out there. You could just use the Pro Press. You get the Pro Press, zip, 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 and you're done. 2 minute job. I don't like using the Pro Press, but if I have to, I'll pull it out. And when I look in there, I'm like, shit, you know what? Today's the day. I might have to pull out the Pro Press. But we don't give up that easy, so we're going to try to solder no matter what. I see that 2x4 is going to be in the way, so I get the flashlight, see what it's holding, and it's only a ledger just to hold the sheetrock up in that little corner, so it's not a structural 2x4. So I'm going to notch it top and bottom and take that little chunk out. At least I could get my hand in there, my arm in there. I'm going to put a screw in the 2x4 so I can hang up my flashlight so I can see what I'm doing. And once I put that flashlight in there, I see how far that pipe is, and I'm like, wow, now it's going to be a problem because my arms barely reach. And no, guys, I don't have T-Rex arms. I'm 6'1", 280 pounds, and my arms are long. So I put the light in there, and I see the pipe, and I'm like, okay, I could reach in there. I'm going to have to pull the Pro Press out, which I don't like, but I'll figure it out. So I'm going to start cutting the pipe out. I'll shut the water off to the house, put a towel, get the multi-tool, start cutting the copper. I barely fit in there. As you can see, I'm stretching, and my arm is all the way out with the tool. I got it. I got my guy outside. He twisted out, and the frost free came out. So I only install frost freeze. I tell him to stick the new one in there just to see where it's going to end up, and look where it ends up. Obviously, it's an 8-inch frost free. The other one was like 7. So this is an inch longer, but I like it longer there anyway because in case it freezes, it shouldn't freeze if it's inside a little deeper with the insulation. So I get the Milwaukee cutter to cut that copper. I'm still thinking, what the hell am I going to do? I barely fit in here. There's nowhere I'm going to solder. But I cut the copper anyway. And I don't have that much chunk to the T. It's only about a 2-inch copper piece there. So I'm like, okay, I have enough to Pro Press. And I came up with a plan. I get a female 290s. I solder up that little piece right there, the little apparatus I made, and I'm like, this is gonna work. All right, so we did both worlds. We used solder and we did Pro Press. Everybody's happy. Pro Press guys like, yeah, you guys are not gonna be able to do the soldering only. You had to use the Pro Press. I could have soldered if I wanted to, but I want to make you guys happy, and I pulled out the Pro Press. So I tell my guy, stick the frost free in there. Let me see what we could do. Line it all up. I was like, okay, it's gonna work. So I got clean out the copper lid so I could slide that Pro Press ball valve in there. Once I figure out the position I'm gonna have it in, and I start mocking everything up, I'm like, okay, the copper's long enough, we'll be able to do it, and the Pro Press is gonna fit. I should be able to reach in there with the Pro Press to Pro Press everything back up. I don't mark the Pro Press, but there's no play or anything so that it can move, so I should be in good spot. Once I tighten everything up, I tell them to just snug up the frost free. Don't tighten it up completely because I want to line everything up. Once it's lined up, I check everything up, make sure ball valve's straight, everything's good to go. I get the Pro Press. You guys love that sound, right? I hate it. It's disgusting. I hate it, but this one, it kind of saved my butt, and it kind of didn't because I could have Pro Pressed and I could have soldered if I wanted to. But Pro Press is faster. It just looks like shit. And then if that Pro Press ball valve ever fails, I'm kind of screwed because there's no way to cut that and repair it. But whatever. I'm here. I got the crescent wrench inside. My guy's outside tightening, and everything's good to go. Once he's out tying, he's going to screw it up with some deck screws, galvanized screws, so nothing gets rusted outside, and everybody's happy. Turn the water back on, and we're good to go. Look at that beauty. Solder and Pro Press. Woohoo! We're all done. If you live in North Jersey, need some plumber work done, residential or commercial, give us a call. Like and subscribe. See you on the next one. See ya.